I am Dr. Felicia. For those of you that may not be familiar with me, I'm Dr. Felicia, physiotherapist and certified health coach. I am the proprietor of Adley Physiotherapy over on Mackey Street in the Mackey Street Plaza. And I have been in private practice for a total of 6 years now. And over those 6 years, I have helped many, many women that have reached their physiotherapy goals, women and men. And now I seek to help women reach their health and wellness goals. All right. So I help women that are genuine and they're ready, willing, and open to change so that they can change their eating and movement habits and enjoy a much better, brighter, healthier, sexier, more fabulous future. Okay, so if that sounds good to you, then you are actually in the right place. Okay, so any information that is discussed in this broadcast, it is not meant to be taken as medical advice. I am just sharing some information with you this evening that may be helpful to your life. You may be able to incorporate a few things. However, before you make any changes to your eating or movement regimen, then you will want to be sure to run any of those ideas by your primary care physician. Okay, make sure that you're either going to discuss it with your primary care physician or that you are under the care of a healthcare provider. And good evening to those that are still joining and hopping into the stream. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate having you here with us. Let's see, Rain says that her day was great. My day was pretty good also. Thanks for asking. All right, so our topic this evening, let me go ahead and put it up over here on Facebook. On Instagram, I think you can already see. And the topic this evening is how to finally build a wellness routine and stick to it. Okay, so wellness is one of the buzzwords in the health industry for the last several years, I would say. And what is a wellness routine? So I wanted to start there this evening. A wellness routine is something that fits you, works for you, and a lifestyle that you desire to do. It goes beyond self-care. A wellness routine involves every aspect of your day and works to transform it into a life that is naturally healthy. So I love this definition, right? First of all, something that fits you. So understanding that it is not one size fits all. Okay, it should be something that is personal and individualized. I'm just going to give you some ideas right now, and you will do with it what you will, right? It's just a starting point, just to give you a couple of ideas. What else did I like in here? Transform. Transform is a great word, right? And it involves every aspect of your day. So it's more than self-care. When you think about self-care, if you hear the word or term self-care, then what is it that usually is conjured up in your mind? Probably a picture of a woman with her head wrapped up in a towel, laying back in a bubble bath with the tray, with that bath tray across the top with like a book and some candles lit. So that's like the picture of self-care in my mind. If you have a different picture, then please do share. Let me know. I would love to hear what your idea of self-care is or what it brings to your mind. But a wellness routine would actually be more than that. So let's talk about a few pointers here. I've got a few points for you here about how to finally build that wellness routine for yourself. Be aware that it is something that can take place gradually. You may not get it all at once. I think that can be overwhelming. So think of it as something that you are building. How do you build anything? How do you build a business? How do you build a home or any other sort of building structure? You do it by laying one block at a time. You first lay the foundation, and then you lay one block at a time. You don't build it all in one day. Okay, so like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Your wellness routine likely will not be built in a day, and that is okay. So, first pointer here this evening: create space on your schedule and in your environment. So that is twofold. You'll need to create space in your schedule because let's tell the truth, many times we don't even have time for ourselves, it seems. There's time for everything else and to do the things that we have committed ourselves to or the people that we've committed ourselves to. And for people that maybe have a spouse or they have, wow, aging parents or they have kids, more than likely the needs of all of those other persons come before yours. And as they often say, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you have to take some care of yourself as well. And I would even venture, take care of yourself first. So create a space on your schedule that is for wellness. And it can be something that's dispersed throughout the day. It doesn't have to be like, well, okay, this is my wellness hour. I think it's actually better to like intersperse it throughout the day. All right. It won't feel like, oh my God, let me take this time out and do wellness for this long period of time. So create space in your schedule, leave some room for you. And the other part of that is creating space in your environment. Have a place that you can go to and have time with your thoughts. I mean, that could be somewhere that is either a public space or place. There are places that you can go in the community in the day. I'm thinking like places like out, maybe even Cable Beach, like you have just so many different nooks and crannies that you could go to as you explore wherever your hometown may be. And they could be public places or spaces like a park or something, but find yourself a place or a space. And it could be your back patio. It could be a room in your home. It could be your car if you're in a tight spot or a pinch and you just need, a 5-minute wellness break, we'll call it. I like that, wellness break. I'm gonna jot that down. Okay. So remember that it could be anywhere. And it's nice if you can get to the space or place where you carve out an area of your home, whether that is an indoor out or an outdoor area that you can designate and go to when it's time for wellness, right? And you could also include the development of that space as wellness time. So for instance, if you want to create a space on the back patio, if you're a DIYer or if you want to have like plants and like a garden area that you can go and enjoy, then, going out and getting the pieces for that, the whole planning it out portion, you'll see we're going to come to another point later where this is going to tie in and make even more sense. But even just that practice of, knowing that you are creating a space for wellness in and of itself can be a wellness activity or a part of a routine. So carve out the time and be unapologetic about it. Do not make yourself feel guilty. Do not let anybody else make you feel guilty because you take time for yourself. You deserve it. You do get to make your own list of priorities. Okay? So, second pointer. The second pointer is to practice gratitude daily. You may have heard this before. It really makes a difference. So, practicing gratitude daily, and the significance of it is that when you're being grateful, it's hard to also be negative at the same time. And it may feel a little silly at first, but once you really let it get down on the inside and it becomes, again, a daily practice or habit, it really does it becomes a part of you, not even just a part of your day or your life. It becomes a part of you to be a grateful person or individual. And you're going to find yourself starting to take things that either you would have ignored, taken for granted, overlooked, or maybe even taken it as something that was negative. You find yourself finding something positive about it. What works really well with the gratitude, you could really do it any time of the day. I have seen people recommend beginning of the day. I have also heard end of the day. I like end of the day, and the reasoning behind it is because that means all throughout the day you are looking for things to be grateful for. So you're approaching the day with a positive mindset and attitude because you're looking for the good. You're not taking in the negative, although there could be some things that could be negative or looked at as negative. You're choosing to now look at it a different. You've changed your perspective. You've changed your outlook. And it does make a difference. It helps to shift your atmosphere. I'm telling you, even if you feel like nothing is happening at first, stick with it. So what you could do is either write down, if you are someone that keeps a journal, you can write down in that journal 5 things that you were grateful for that day. And if some days it seems to be a struggle, it can be even simple things like, I am still breathing. I am still here. Someone opened the door for me today. Someone, told me I had a nice smile. So whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, like someone gave me $100, a complete stranger gave me $100 today. Yeah, that surely would be something to be grateful for. But even in the little things, find a way to be grateful, okay? And to practice gratitude. It's a practice. It's something that then can build into being a habit, okay? Remember, we talked about practice, habits, actions on a previous stream and how to change your habits, correct? All right, excellent. So you can take 5 to 10 minutes maybe at the end of the day. And I think 5 things is not hard. It's not hard to find 5 or think of 5. And if it's hard at first, it will get easier. And you can just write them down in your journal. Some people also say it out loud, or you can set a timer, let's say for 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and just go. Just let yourself flow out loud about what are the things that you are grateful for or thankful for. Point number 3, develop a stretching routine. So it could be an actual yoga practice, or you could just have a series of stretches that you use, okay? It could be like stretching your shoulders, your back, your hamstrings, every muscle in the body can take some stretching. So you can do either one. Either one would be beneficial to you. And stretching does things for the body, like increases your blood flow, it increases the flexibility of your muscles, and it also can help you to relax. So stretching has many, many different benefits, and it's something that you could easily take advantage of. Doesn't have to really cost you any money, okay? You could easily improvise for things that you would need a stretch out strap for. You could just improvise, and you could use a towel, a sheet, or a belt, okay, and work it on out, okay? But of course, if you want like a nice commercial stretch out strap, you could always pick one up or order one online, okay? When mine are available, I will definitely let you know. All right, so point number 4, have a creative outlet. It could be painting, it could be drawing, it could be knitting, it could be sewing, macrame, whatever, okay? You have so many different choices out there. You've got YouTube, okay? You could get 10,000 more ideas on there for sure. There are, I think, everywhere, wherever you live, you can find some local classes that are available. There are different things going on. Just look online. There are pottery classes, there are floral arranging classes, and really just take yourself, and you could either do it online from the comfort of your own home if you prefer, or you could get out, and this would be good social interaction. You could get out, mingle with some different people, and just enjoy yourself. You could be in a completely different space. You can still be in your hometown, but just have a different experience. Okay, that in and of itself is wellness. Okay, doing something different, trying something new, do something with your hands. You may be more of an academic person or somewhat more of a concrete thinker, and that is okay. But it's good to use your hands sometimes and just be creative. Okay, someone says writing, that's another excellent choice, right? But somehow, and whatever it is, you could write so many different things. You could write poetry if you want to, you could write short stories. It's endless, right? And you could include journaling under that if you wanted to. Okay, just do something, create something, make something. You'll be so proud of yourself too, especially if you don't look at yourself as a creative person. All right, so number 5, read something other than emails and social media posts, like an actual book. All right. So for those that, although this pains me, there are some people that say they don't enjoy reading. You can also utilize audiobooks. Okay, that's a very good option. And if you would like to multitask, then you can, for instance, listen to an audiobook while you work out. Okay, listen to an audiobook while you're riding in your car. Okay, you have options. It's 2022. We have a lot of options. So read something. It could be something to expand your mind. I feel like that's a really good habit. Perhaps try to read one book a week, I think is reasonable. And if not, just pick something up and read a couple of pages. There is so much out there and available, so much information that's found in books. It's a wealth of knowledge, a whole other world. So if you need to escape your reality, you could always get down into even a good fictional book. Okay. So don't take it for granted. Okay. You've got options. It's not all TV or Netflix or social media. Read a book sometimes. It will be good for you. There's so much available out there, and people won't tell you everything. Okay, so if you want to learn different things, because we didn't all go to school for the same thing. So there's always going to be something that you don't know. So if you went to school for accounting, hey, you might not know a lot about science, your body. If you went to school for science, then maybe you don't know a whole lot about, hey, the economy. You don't know a lot about finance. So there's always ways to fill in the gaps in your knowledge, but it's up to you to take the initiative to do it. People will not tell you everything. Remember that. You have to take the initiative to learn for yourself. Expand your mind and your knowledge base. Point number 6, eat fruits and veggies daily, including greens. Try not to miss meals and eat only when you're actually hungry. Okay, so that will help you to avoid that luggy feeling, that sluggish feeling that can come just from overeating. Okay, so make sure that you're getting in your daily recommended amount of fruits and vegetables. When you sit down and have a meal, at least half your plate should consist of fruits and / or vegetables, right? So don't forget that. And split your portions up carefully, correctly. Make sure that you're not overdoing it on any one particular food group, not overdoing it on carbs, or not overdoing it on your meat or protein. Okay. Point number 7, get moving daily. Y'all know I had to put that in there. Get moving daily. Do something. And walking from your car to the front door doesn't count. We want deliberate exercise. Okay. And make sure that you do something. Even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, please know that yes, it still counts. It has value because it's definitely better than none, and it's a start. If you start, then you are actually going to be encouraged by that 9 times out of 10, and then you're going to be able to see that effort snowball. You'll want to do more, then you'll find that you want to eat better. You'll find yourself wanting to do more and more things that will contribute to your overall wellness, right? So think about that. Think about picking something that you like to do. Doesn't matter what it is. Once it gets your body moving, it gets you up off of the couch and burning a few calories. Okay? So I would advise then create a realistic workout schedule and pick something that you can actually stick to, because that's a part of our topic, something that you can actually stick to. So being realistic is very important. Lofty goals are nice, but remember that those lofty goals have to be broken down into short-term goals. If you are someone that has not exercised in a long time or been fit in a long time, then you don't want to start off like, you know what, I think I want to run a 10K next week. Maybe you should start small. Start with a small walk. Start with a 15-minute walk. Okay. So bearing that in mind. So again, start small if you have to. You have online options available. There are tons of different things, either something that is pre-recorded. You have on-demand classes that are available. You could also take part in live classes. There are so many different options now due to COVID and all of that. We still have so many different options that are still out there. It's nice that I'm happy to see that not all of the options have gone away just because things are better now, which we are thankful for. That's one thing to be grateful for, right? And yes, take advantage of all of these different options, try them out, and see what works best for you. Point number 8, drink your water. It's been a hot, hot, hot summer in the island of the Bahamas here. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but a couple of times I checked my phone and it was 90 degrees. A couple of times I was at work and I'm like, oh, I wonder if these air conditions are like need to be serviced or something. I don't really feel very cool in here. Then I step to the door and it's like, whoa, like it's really a scorcher on the outside. And so that's why it feels like that on the inside, although it's much more comfortable in than out. So it tells us that we're really experiencing some high temperatures. Now more than ever, it's important to keep yourself hydrated. If you get bored with the taste of the fresh water, feel free to add some cut fruit to it. You could add a little lemon, which will give you a little vitamin C boost. You could, I remember I went through a phase where I would do fruit water every day, and I would make a water bottle full, right? And I would cut all the fruit, stick it in there, and put my nice, cold water and refrigerate it. And it would be almost like a conversation starter, right? People would be like, oh my goodness, it's so pretty, all of that, because I put it in a nice clear bottle. So it really was a nice look. It makes you like excited to go ahead and drink that water down. So make your own flavored water. Be careful with some of these things that are like additives to the water, like you squeeze these things in the water. Always flip it around, read that label, see what's in it, see if it has calories, okay? And you make your decision and choice from there, okay? But you could even drink green tea to help and up your water intake. Green tea with either a very small amount of sweetener or none at all. So consider that, okay? I would make like a citrus back on the water. I would make like a citrus water, and I would do limes, lemons, and orange slices. It was good. It was really, really good. So just an idea and a thought there. And my final point, I believe, yes, is to get outdoors and into the sunshine. Of course, you're going to wear your sunscreen, at least SPF 50, and get outdoors. Get that vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for the calcium that's in your body to work well and be absorbed. Calcium, calcium, and vitamin D go hand in hand. They're like PB and J. Okay, one just isn't right without the other. So get out there, take a walk, go to the beach. We really don't take advantage of our beaches here a lot. Many of us do not, right? Unless it's a holiday, then we all take advantage of it at the same time. All right, so get out there, get some sun, come outside. You can do some grounding, okay, which you can take your shoes off and you can actually walk in either the grass or on the beach, kind of feel the sand or the grass on the bottom of your feet, in between your toes, and just like ground yourself. Grounding sounds like just what it is, helps to ground you. All right, so just a few parting thoughts here. Base your wellness routine on what is important to you. You don't have to pick any of the things that were on this list. Find something that resonates with you, okay, according to what your values are, according to what you seek to accomplish, and think about who do you want to be 6 months or a year from now. In order to help yourself out, you can maybe jot down a little list. Try to answer those 3 questions. Then from that, formulate a list of wellness activities that you could easily partake in, incorporate in your day. Nothing that's going to take you off your track too much, or like you have to go and do something special for it. Or I have to go out and buy XYZ for this wellness routine or wellness break. Pick something that's simple so that you can get started. And then you keep going from there. Finally, don't think about a wellness routine as a chore or something to check off your to-do list. Incorporate it into your daily life so that it becomes a part of you. And if you ever fall off the wagon, don't beat yourself up. Just go ahead and try to get yourself back on there. If you need me to help, you know where to find me. Okay, so on all of these social media outlets. That is my presentation this evening. So if anybody else has any further questions, feel free to drop them in either the comment section on Facebook or the questions queue on Instagram. All right, let's see. So if anybody does need my help and you need health coaching service, if you want one-on-one service, then please do feel free to visit bit.ly/health coach Felicia in order to get more information on how to sign up for one-on-one health coaching service. If anyone is in need of or has a family member or loved one that's in need of home care or home PT concierge service, feel free to DM or IM me or WhatsApp, and I can go ahead and get some information from you and then get you on the schedule and have a competent, caring therapist come out to you and treat you in the comfort and safety of your own home. Also, for anyone that may be a cancer survivor or know one that may have some deficits left over from cancer treatment, which may be things like weakness, cancer-related fatigue, loss of range of motion on the joints, for example, the shoulders, if it was breast cancer and they had mastectomy, you can go ahead and DM me to find out how to get into my cancer recovery program. All right. Let's see. If you need to find me, make sure that you visit on your favorite social media platform, which could be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube. Let's see. I feel like that's most. Snapchat, if anybody still is on Snapchat. Okay. So I do believe that that is most of what I want to share with you this evening. Stay tuned for any other announcements that may be coming up about upcoming events at Adderley Physiotherapy and with at I am Dr. Felicia. If you do not follow me, what are you waiting for? Please do so that we can stay connected. You can find me when you need to find me. Catch these lives every Thursday at 7 p.m. And of course, you can also find out what are all of the different events, challenges, what are the new products that are going to be coming out. You don't want to miss it, okay? And it's also your chance to communicate with me about what you feel may be missing from my channels or outlets, ways that you think that I can improve on what's being done already, how I can build on this foundation. All right, since I do not see any questions coming in through the queue, I'm going to pop back and read a couple of the comments. Let's see, someone says that they are using the patio right now for their wellness space. Kudos to you. That should be quite nice. It knocks out also getting outdoors. I'm going to say into the outdoors, but doesn't really make much sense. Okay. And I think someone says that both times of the day are good times for, or either time will be a good time for practicing gratitude, morning or evening. Let's see. Someone loves romantic poetry as a creative outlet and / or to read. That comment could be dual. Someone says, I'm happy today. I had a good day. Again, looking for the bright spots and choosing to look at it from a positive perspective. But I had no complaint to make today. Yes, and it sure is. It's been extra hot. All right. So I am getting ready to sign off then because I don't see any additional questions. This is Dr. Felicia signing off for the evening, making the world healthier, one woman at a time. See you next week, 7 p.m. Eastern, right back here on these social outlets, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Bye.